I don't want it. There will be no lettuce for me.
Today, confusion over the source of the cyclospora outbreak is leading to a different kind of confusion. What's safe to eat?
Are we all going to get that diarrhea parasite?
I want my salad, please.
Health officials say they're making progress.
We do have the outbreak under control.
But many of the details remain unclear. The FDA says Taylor Farms remains under investigation, even after ruling out an earlier positive test. All of that leading to lots of unanswered questions and some consumers leaving lettuce behind.
Is anyone else boycotting lettuce like it's the plague?
Crisis communication expert Molly McPherson says the unknown is part of the problem.
There's still a lot that we don't know. Is uncertainty, in a way, its own biggest hurdle for a lot of these brands and companies to navigate?
The science is confusing. The regulation is confusing. So much about this case really rests on the confusion of it all.
The result? Consumers putting their money where their mouth is, or isn't.
We were doing about 150 to 200 people a day. And then, like, as of last Saturday, we dropped down to about 10 a day.
Local businesses feeling the pinch.
It's just a big hit, and we're really not protected against other things like this.
And chains like Chipotle, Chopped, and Cava have seen foot traffic fall, with visits down as much as 24% last Saturday compared to their typical Saturday traffic from January through July. Taco Bell saw the biggest drop, with visits down nearly 30% using that same comparison.
The easiest thing for a consumer to do is just not eat it.
In a statement last week, Taco Bell said it removed all Taylor Farms lettuce from its restaurants nationwide. And on Tuesday, introduced a new $1 lettuce-free stuffed tortilla in an effort to win back customers. While some of the other brands have tried to distance themselves, telling customers on social media and through loyalty apps they don't even serve iceberg lettuce. But that hasn't stopped consumer fears from spreading online.
I'm scared to eat a freaking salad.
Which makes building trust offline that much more difficult.
Nobody wants to be falsely blamed for something if they have nothing to do with it. But the public doesn't care about that. Right now, it's all about reassurance. Every single brand.
All right, Ali Canal joining us now. And understandably, Ali, the public is demanding accountability.
Yeah.
So we're learning now there's, I guess, the first lawsuit linked to all of this?
Yeah, the first lawsuit connected with this outbreak here. So 7 Michigan residents have sued Taco Bell and Taylor Farms in connection with this outbreak. They allege that they became sick with cyclospora after eating at Taco Bell locations in the state. They are seeking damages for medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, among other losses. And this is a reminder here that messaging is so important for these brands. You need to come out early and often and communicate, even when there's a lot of unknowns. And clearly there's still a lot that we don't know about this outbreak. But for reputation, for trust, for loyalty to your customer base, you have to make sure that you're just out there on social media, that you're giving video messages, anything you can to communicate so that people, you know, still respect the brand. And then ultimately you can get over this.
So true. And it's tough, too, because there's so much misinformation and also people are avoiding places they don't need to avoid.
Social media, as we just saw, that takes over. If you're not out ahead of it, then other people are going to tell the story for you.
And companies and producers that have not been linked at all to this now are dealing with the damage control from it. Ali Canal, thank you.
Of course. Thanks, Ali.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.